Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Corr Gaming Channel. So today I have something that's a little bit different than my normal Let's Play content, and that is a first look at a game called Kriegsfront Tactics Prologue, which at the time of the posting of this video, you should be able to get for free on Steam. Now, Kriegsfront Tactics Prologue is a very, very small vertical slice of a game which is coming out sometime in the near future. So, the game is actually made, and bear with me while I pull up some data here on the side because I don't remember all of it, but so the game is made by a group called Toga Productions, and Toga Productions is based out of Indonesia and started off making games in 2009, officially became a company in 2010, and then became an indie publisher in 2017. If you actually look at their Steam charts, it is actually fairly prolific, but this one is a little bit unique. So some of the other ones they have, they're not really related to this or relevant to this in any way. And this is, I think, their first foray into 3D games as well. Regardless of that, the setting of Kriegsfront Tactics is very interesting. It takes place in a modified 1970s alternate history and focuses on combat that takes place in the Southeast Asian conflict that occurred around that time. What was even more interesting, and probably my favorite part about it, was that it focused on mechs. In this game, they're called Krieger mechs, and they are the basic premise of the story. So, let's go over a little bit of interesting stuff here first, and we will go from there. So, the idea is that, and I'll just read this directly from them. I want to give them a fair shake here. So, many of the Toga Productions crew members are big fans of the mecha tactics genre, including the studio's founder and CEO. Sadly, the turn-based mecha tactics genre has largely been abandoned by the games industry, so in 2018, the team at Toga Productions started exploring the idea of making a spiritual successor of Front Mission. So, that's kind of what we're looking at here, is a spiritual successor to Front Mission set in the, I'll just say the 1970s conflict in Southeast Asia. So, I do want to avoid, do I care if no, we're going to spoil things. It's an hour long, and if you don't want, okay, here's what we'll do. If you don't want to get spoiled, go download this game, play it for an hour, you'll be done, and then come back and see what you think, and, you know, see if that matches up with what I think. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and play. We're going to start playing at a point just after the intro, and the intro, introduces you to two of the main characters that you'll be working with, and we'll go from there. But also, just as a forewarning, these are all voice acted. How awesome is that? How often do you get that in an indie game? So, a little bit of a side note here, but let's go ahead and listen.
Present. Miss me, Rookie?
Where's the other guys?
Chuck and Ben are gonna crash in 3, 2...
Way to steal the thunder, you bitch!
There you go. Don't say that. You love me.
I do. But you're still a bitch. Good job, Delta. Status report.
Perimeters clear, bossmen. 1 man down total.
Felix.
And Felix is the guy that unfortunately lost his life in the intro here. That is one thing that they made very clear at Toga Productions, and that is that the story and the game should be very realistic, and it's difficult to deal with sometimes. You know, war is hell. So.
Face up, Rookie. Get your head in the game or you're gonna lose it.
I swear to Abram, if you're gonna blame me for Felix's death,
Camaraderie, lesson 1. We all gotta own up.
We weren't fast enough. His blood is on all of our hands.
If you swinging dicks start hugging, I swear I'm gonna fucking hurl.
We were all up our asses, Tom. Foxtrot is...
I don't fucking care which idiot pegged out. Get your asses here now, or you're gonna regret it.
Affirmative. Take care. Let's move out.
Alrighty, so you can see that this game is, and you haven't seen any of the combat yet because I haven't shown it to you, but at this point the game is broken into 2 parts. There's an overland map where you can actually control things, and it operates based on a timeline, which you can see here. And then the second game, or portion of the game, which is the combat itself. Now, each of these locations have different impacts on the game. Some of them are combat oriented. Some of them are, you know, you find a treasure. Some of them are helping out civilians. Some of them are repairing your mechs, and so on and so forth. But in this case, we're going to look at the temple site. So this is the next stage in the game, and In the fading light, the crumbling ruins loomed like a throne of a forgotten god. The soft hum of our Krieger's reactors echoed through the oppressive silence as we joined the sergeant on the rendezvous point. And in many cases, you will get the option to do different things. In this case, there's only one. But let's take a look at what we got here.
Got intel there's an old temple in these parts. Locals call it Chandi. You heard what the guys in the barracks say about these temples?
I swear. If you're going to say aliens built the...
Nah, not aliens. Spirits.
History lesson's gonna have to wait. Enemies behind the crumbled walls. Engage!
All right. So this is the combat. This is what you were all here for, right? So, as you can see, each of the mechs are different. They have a little bit of a different, unique, flair to them. Some of these guys have different weapons. This guy has 4 legs. Might remind you a little bit of Armored Core, or, if some of you are older like myself, maybe some Front Mission. I'm not as old as Front Mission, but I played it, and it was pretty darn cool. So, if we look at our troops, we have a sniper. We have this actually looks like a grenade launcher, but it is in fact a shotgun, and he also has a knuckle duster. We have a guy with a heavy assault rifle, a submachine gun, and a shield, as well as a guy with a hammer and 2 not shotguns, but 2 rocket launchers, which is amazing. You can also see that the map is fairly unique and diverse. So there are shot blockers, there are, different height advantages and so on and so forth. But more importantly is the aiming. And we will get to that in a moment. But for right now, let's go ahead and move our troops forward. But before I do that, actually, as I'm just remembering, you know how they said they wanted to make a spiritual successor to Front Mission, right? Well, it kind of looks like janky PS1 graphics, but much, much better. So let's go ahead and take a look at the settings here. Specifically, look at the effects. So we have the ability to modify a few things here. And let's say color crunch. Let's do all of this at low. We'll apply, confirm, and take a look at that. They're really trying hard to, channel that. And that's low, right? Now, this can get a little crazy, so bear with me. I won't be playing like this the entire time. But you can go as hard as to say, look at that. That makes me feel like I'm in the 80s again. So let's go ahead and drop this a little bit. Maybe we'll leave the TV effect on just for fun. But we have nice modern systems. We can operate without that. And there we go. Just a little bit there. But in any case, let's go ahead and get forward here. So very similar to other things that you may or may not know, something like XCOM, it does show you have an AP gauge down here at the bottom. In this case, there are 7 AP points total. Movement costs 1 AP per square, and you have different abilities which cost different things. You can see things are certain things are grayed out, and this is because they're incapable of doing it at this moment for whatever reason. In this case, if there's a skull with a dash through it, no target, reload, ammo full, that kind of thing. So the other thing that we can't see is that trees are, well, they're very difficult to see through. I'm not sure if that's if you've ever seen that before, but as a result, they really, really do try and channel a fair bit of that claustrophobia, almost. It's claustrophobia and fear, because you never know when and where the enemy is going to pop up. So if we move our sniper up here, this could be very safe, could be very dangerous. The other thing that's interesting, and we'll get to this once we get to the end here, we'll go ahead and move everyone up. So we're still all in the trees, so we should be fairly protected. And I wanted to save this until the end. One thing that's unique, and I should preface this by saying there is Overwatch. There is standard moves in combat. But if you end your turn and you have a unit in standby, standby allows you to set the direction that a unit is facing and also gives you 50% of your current AP, which allows you to counterattack if you choose. So this is kind of important when interacting with different enemy mechs. So say, for example, my Charlie unit is engaged with 2 mechs. One of them is damaged, one of them is not. Well, if they're both going to attack me, I might want to attack the one that's damaged, and it allows you to choose which individual you want to attack, but you don't necessarily need to attack every single time. So let's go ahead and set our standby orders here. We're gonna have everyone face forward except you. You are gonna face this way, and you'll face that way. So you can see they all get some additional AP. The enemy phase moves through here, and we continue forward. So I I have finished this campaign. I don't remember where everything is, but I do have a fairly good sense that there are going to be people up here as well as people over here. Where, though, I am not sure. And this is going to be kind of risky. So the other thing is that we don't want to obstruct view of any of our other units, because that can be very, very dangerous. I think what we'll do here is we are going to go ahead and set an Oh, you know what? Maybe we'll go here. We'll just move out a little bit. We'll set an overwatch. We're going to move you up as well. Ah, there's the enemy. All right, so this guy is part of the Nuzanesian Republic. I don't know if you could tell. That was very, very loud. We're actually going to turn that down here. And let me go ahead and do that. SFX. There we go. And you know what? As I'm looking at this, I can see over here that I'm a little bit in the way. So let's go ahead and move me a little bit up. It's a little awkward, but that way you can see a little bit down at the bottom right here, the HP of the units. Now, I'm hoping that everything else is pretty okay, and that's fine. But we can see that we have a guy over here that has a hammer, a shield, and he appears to be, you know, using that shield to block, as well as, I don't think I see anything on his back, but that's okay. We can also see that his mech is damaged, and these mechs are broken up into body, arms, and legs. Now, this is a little bit unique if you've ever played something like BattleTech. You don't actually damage and destroy a mech by destroying its legs. So I did try that in my first playthrough. I found that out the hard way, that actually doesn't really do much. So instead, what you can do, and this is what I'm really excited about. So you have two options here with our sniper. We have aimed sniper shot or snapshot, right? Normally you'd imagine, oh, this is, you know, just a percentage chance to hit. Well, no. Actually, and this is what's cool about this game, it kind of brings in a little bit of a Phoenix Point style of, you know, aiming. So I can actually attack here, destroy its arm, or I could do damage to its body. In this case, I think I'm actually going to do damage to its body. So we're going to hit that, and we actually didn't hit that. We hit that thing right there. So that small circle that was available does show everything that's, you know, within reach. In this case, I think we're going to overwatch here. For you, we are going to overwatch here. And for Charlie, we actually have access to a couple different things. I am going to use our Clover Bomb to kind of show how this works. So this is an area attack, which I can activate anywhere within this range. So we're going to move up here. Oh, uh-oh. Long watch. So long watch indicates that there is a sniper over in this location. Long watch is essentially the same as Overwatch, but for sniper rifles. So we are going to go ahead and hit this guy, because I do know that there was another guy. I don't know where he is, but these area attacks can, in fact, destroy cover, which is very, very valuable in our case. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, so it is right there. That's good to see. And then we are going to do standby in that direction. And there we go. All right, let's go ahead and stand by. This guy's moving forward. Perfect. We take an Overwatch shot at this guy. And we take an Overwatch shot there too. Excellent. Now this guy had the shotgun. The shotgun does tremendous damage, which is phenomenal. But we also have to worry about that sniper. Do not know where he's going there. Okay, he's aiming for the arm here. Now, this is kind of problematic, and I do not like that, because all of this damage is persistent over the course of time. Now, one thing that I didn't touch on earlier, which is important to remember, is that you have the ability to evade damage. So if I were to attack here, you can see that this guy is going to take approximately 87% of the damage, and that's 3 times 15 hits, or 15 damage per hit. Is that? No. Sorry. 3 times 15. I don't even know what that is, but that's okay. Bottom line is, he has a 25% chance to evade this damage, which means he physically leaps out of the way. Now, what's interesting about that is that he doesn't actually leap out of the way in like just a metaphorical sense. He actually leaps out of the way, and all of the bullets are realized, which means that if I'm shooting at this guy and there's a guy behind him and he leaps out of the way, his buddy's going to take the full brunt of that damage. Now, his buddy can also leap out of the way, but, you know, it's something to consider. there's also a very real chance that if he leaps out of the way and is too slow, he can take 1 or 2 stray shots, which is fascinating. So what we do then is we actually go around here and attack him from behind. Now, same thing with the with whatever this Frant weapon is. It's a submachine gun, functionally. But we can also aim at the back. We could aim at the side. We could aim at the legs, whatever the case. So given that he's already fairly damaged here and here, but the reality is we can kill him right now, we're just going to do that. Perfect. And that Krieger is down. So now we need to focus on the other guy. We're going to move forward. Hopefully we can get eyes on this Nuzanesian Krieger. We cannot yet. That's okay. Let's see if we can get eyes that way. Nope, we see other ones, but not the guys we're looking for. That's not good. That is 4 additional Kriegers that we are not prepared to deal with. So this might be a little problematic. They're popping with Overwatch right now. Same thing here. But here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to aim a sniper shot, and I think that it's over there. Let's see what we can do here. Hit him. Nope. No, I didn't hit him. No, I did. I did hit him, I think. Maybe? I can't tell. Oh, goodness. I think I hit him. I can't say for sure, though. I got additional points, and this is something that is also interesting. You gain competency with your units. I don't know how exactly that works, but that's something to consider as we kind of move on here. So the sniper is going to be kind of a pain in the butt. I'll tell you what. That guy lost his arm, his right arm, which I believe also had his weapon, which is quite nice. Looks like those guys... Yep, okay. We got that sniper right there that's hitting our Bravo unit here right in the chest. Okay, Charlie took a little bit of damage. That guy is using the ability of his mech to attack us, just using the basic units. And now you can see the counterattack ability. So because we used counterattack, we now get the opportunity to either strike or body slam. So Thunderclap is his hammer. We are going to go ahead and use that, confirm, and it will do 14 damage to a random point. In this case, the legs. We're not really in need of destroying him at this point with the legs, but excellent. This also gives us an opportunity to show off the armor mechanics. So the armor mechanics are the... Excuse me, as I am just trying to figure out what they're trying to do. Okay, anyway, sorry. The armor mechanics are these yellow or orangey bars right here. The armor is something that if the penetration of a weapon does not exceed the armor value, it will deal damage to the armor. If it kind of does it, it will do a little bit of both. And then if it completely defeats it, it will destroy it altogether. So, let's see what we got here. Aha! We did hit him. I think. Maybe. In any case, what we want to do is we want to attack this guy if at all possible. I do not like this sniper. So, we're going to use our ability to attack twice on him. Do a lot of damage if we can. And worst case scenario, we will pop off his arm, so that way he can't do any more damage to us. Now with you, you have the ability to drop a area attack here, which will do, I think, right there, because the other guy should be right in that bush. And I think that's going to be overall more valuable. Nope, it looks like he is, in fact, not there. He may be right over there. Something to consider for the next time. Charlie is a little bit damaged, but you have the ability to do up to 2 attacks at 14 damage each. Alternatively, we could do 30 damage, which is a temporary shot, or we can also do the same thing that we did in the last one, which is, shoot, we can't get all 3 of them here, but we can do a fair amount of damage. So, That'll leave us with 2 left. I think we'll hold off for right now. Let's see what we can do with our sniper here. So we only want to move 1 AP so that we can still get our aimed shot off. And I'm wondering if we can't hit. Let's try this. All right, blew off his arm. Okay. Honestly, not the worst thing in the world, because that means that sniper can no longer attack us. Who do we have left? We have Echelon coming in. And if we move over here, we can take an aimed shot at potentially this guy. If worst case scenario, he'll kind of go over a little bit and hit the other guy on the arm. But instead, he actually just knocks him down. I like it. So as you can see a little bit over here, he took a little bit of damage after this guy fell, which was really nice. So in this case, we are going to go ahead and bombard this unit, or this set of units here. Perfect. Excellent. And the sniper is down. We did enough damage to make that happen. I'm very excited about that. I think we're going to go ahead and leave him here. This guy's going to body slam us. No, he will not body slam us. He will attack us. But hopefully that does not end up destroying our mech. And as you can see right there, he did take a little bit of damage because he was too slow in evading. For you, for the scout, I think we can go ahead and body slam you. There's no real... Actually, you know what? We are going to fire at you. Because if we hit you at the left arm, that wouldn't have done enough. And the shotgun does have the potential of getting multiple things. So you can see that we're a little bit low on ammo. We're going to go ahead and move back here and reload. We can see at the objectives that we only have 5 out of 6 remaining. Now, one thing I am not sure of, and this is just my inexperience here, I am unsure if we need to, if there are other units here, and if that extends that, or if, you know, anything else happens. So instead, we're a little unsure of what's going on, so we're going to bombard this, break down all the tree cover, and then potentially... There we go. So they are right there. This will allow us to attack them. And that Liberator does appear to be in pretty good condition, as well as having pretty good equipment. I would love to be able to knock this guy down. We'll see. Excellent. And we did get crit here. So that gives us a victory. Very, very exciting. We can see at the end of the day how our units are doing. This is very similar to if you guys have watched me play Mech Engineer at the end of the mission. The mechs have consistent damage. There is also a sanity bar. Now, a sanity bar hasn't necessarily come into play for me. Maybe if you lose all your units, that will occur or will make a difference for you. But after the mission, we get the ability to equip, or, you know, we get the ability to loot things. In this case, we get a new weapon, which is a submachine gun with a, okay, that's it. Armor shred, that's what it's called. 5% chance to armor shred. And we also get 2 arms here. The Owa Jawa. Now, fortunately, we do have the ability to come over here. And this I only know because we played it before. But we get the opportunity to search for ammo, repair the Krieger mechs, and enter the garage, which is the only other thing that is really going to be the, important for this review. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the ammo. So the reason that is important is because, for example, this Gagarin has a limited ammo set. We can also see abilities that are available for all of the units and what their current class is. All of these guys are soldiers. They have different abilities and so on and so forth. But let's go ahead and take a look at the garage, because that's going to be the other important thing. And this is really what I loved about it.
The place has been looted. Seems like the rebels have been arming themselves with Yamato hand-me-downs.
We can use the heavies. Go tweak your Krieg. We'll move out in 10.
All right. And so each Krieger mech has the ability to be modified with whatever we have. So in this case, let's go ahead and change a little bit about Chuck. So I know that he has an empty left weapon slot, and I know that we just got another weapon. So let's go ahead and equip that. At this point, the weight system is a work in progress, so there's really no downside to upgrading and changing your mechs. If we take a look at the arms, for example, the Stronghold weighs or it does 16, or weighs 60, excuse me, has 16 HP and 2 armor. If we change that out with the Owajawa, that increases his HP back up to 38, which is a brand new arm, decreases the weight by 5, but has no armor. It's kind of problematic. We also know that we have the ability to repair our mechs, so that's kind of, you know, neither here nor there. So the other thing that we can do is we can take a look at the part customization. So similar to Armored Core, you can make different things and do all sorts of different stuff. So let's say, you know, I am American, want to put an American flag on here, or let's say you're Brazilian, I believe. That's Brazilian flag, Japanese, Canadian, Chinese, so on and so forth. Or maybe you just like, you know, the star. So let's do that. And then you can do all sorts of stuff on different things. So if we, let's see, look at, wait, left arm here. Well, might not be able to see it right now. It's a little bit borked or busted or whatever it is, but maybe the right arm would be a little bit better. Nope, I have no idea where it's going. All right, well, I'm trying to show things off, but maybe it's not working. It could also be an issue of primarily the customization just not working right now as intended. You can see here that that can be changed. Very cool. But, interesting. Well, left and right arm may not be working right now, or I could be doing it wrong. And if that's the case, totally apologize. But other than that, you can do different things with the intensity. For example, you can change the rust level of your mech. So if you want just a really gritty, brutalized stuff, you can change all sorts of that stuff. There you go. Change the color of the lighting associated with the mech. And of course, you can change all this at different areas. So, other thing that you can do is you can change different patterns on the mech. So let's say I wanted to make this guy plaid. He's going to be plaid. Why is he plaid? I don't know, but he is. We're going to make him a white plaid mech. No. Ooh. Argyle. Yes, he shall be Argyle. Can we make him red Argyle? Ooh, I like it. I like it. Why? I don't know. But you can change the pattern scale. Very cool. Opacity, so on and so forth. And there's all sorts of stuff. But I really enjoy just the way that they do this, which is kind of fun for me. Change the smoothness of the armor. Wow, that's very shiny. Intensity of the color itself, so on and so forth. And of course, you can always do different things on a per arm, leg, torso basis, which is really, really cool. So all this is very, very fun. It is present in this prologue version of the game, so a lot of really, really cool stuff. But, I mean, yeah, that is the game. That is what we have right now. So in this mission, we have the goal of regrouping with Avalon's squad. After that, I will not spoil the rest of it. It is pretty intense, but you have to come together with Bobcat, figure out your differences, and go from there. But I think this has been, it's interesting. I haven't done this kind of a review video before, so it's a little bit odd for me. And I do apologize if it was a little disjointed, but I wanted to cover this game because it's really something that I'm looking forward to. I am really enjoying the style of the game. I really enjoy the, you know, the voice acting, because there is voice acting. I love the atmosphere. And of course, it's a mech game, so that's really fun too. But it looks like the devs really, really do have a good handle on what's going on. So, alrighty guys, that is my first look at Kriegsfront Tactics Prologue. If you like the game, please do give it a shot. And remember, this prologue section of the game is free. I didn't touch on all of the story elements of it, but that is essentially what you can expect when you download this game. I would highly recommend it if you like turn-based strategies or are a fan of mech games, or, you know, both. And even if you're not, it is a free game, so give it a shot. Otherwise, that's going to be all for me today. Thank you so much. And again, as I mentioned, this is my first kind of foray into the live review style of content, and I'm not sure whether or not I like it, just because I really do enjoy getting into the nitty-gritty of a game. Now, given that this is a prologue and only lasts for about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how you play it, this may be the best thing for it right now. But I would love to get your comments down below, telling me, you know, what could I do better? Is there something that I missed? Would you like me to focus on more or less of a particular topic? But that's going to be all for today. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.